Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week I'm going to show you my shoe rotation ranging from easy running all the way up to speed and race day. So just to add a little bit more information to my journey that I'm actually going on. So last time I got a 257. My fiance Alexia was pregnant with my first child, Noah. So I could train whenever, I can go out whenever I wanted. Since then, on this marathon attempt, I've got two babies now. So I've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old and another one on the way. Some call us crazy, I certainly do. Or there's a few other words you can name it, but big family, can't wait. Marathon training, not ideal. So I've got to try and squeeze in runs when I can. So for example, today, I've been at work all day, eating when I can, scoffing some food down. And then you find an hour, you're like, right, I'm gonna run. And because I haven't been planning it, planned a session, I just go out, my stomach's tops and turvy, turning everywhere. So I've been, yeah. Sorry, as I was saying, so I try and squeeze in runs when I can, and I don't fuel properly for them because I don't know when I'm going to be able to run. So I try and eat in midday, and then maybe by 5 o'clock I'm ready to run, but by then I'm kind of hungry. Or sometimes I run when the kids are asleep, and I literally go day by day. I really should organise this better and maybe run more in the mornings, but getting up when you've had a late night, interrupted sleep by kids, it's not easy. Any parents will understand that, especially if you've got multiple children. So yeah, it's all part of the fun. So before I get into my shoe rotation, just an update on how my training's going. So the last couple of weeks, last week I done 62k, I think it was. No, cancel that, 66k, which consisted of 2 easy runs, a recovery run, a long run, and a speed session, which was a bit of threshold, 4 by 10 minutes. And then this week I've got up to 72.5k, which consisted of another speed session, another threshold, a couple of easy runs, and a long run today, which consisted of some pace work. So my average was around 4:40 a kilometre. It was actually a little fast, but it was meant to be 5 minutes a kilometre for the first 10, and then the next 17 at 4:40. I had a pair of carbon plated shoes on, so today I just went with by feel, and yeah, and averaged around 4:40. So very happy with that. It's probably my best run to date. I have my brother Ben on the bike next to me as a support vehicle. If you have a friend or family member that can do that with you, it's absolutely priceless. He was carrying all my gels, had some water, and just someone to chat to. Just helps the miles tick past without even noticing. So yeah, absolutely love that run today. I'm feeling good. The only bad side to that is I've got a horrible blister on my toe, but yeah, have a look at it here. Pretty nasty. I just come back from shopping wearing a white sock, and it's popped on its own. So it'll be ready for tomorrow to run again. So it's not too bad. So yeah, so here's my shoe rotation. So at the moment, my number one go-to trainer was the Saucony Guide 16. I've started all my training since I've been marathon training the last 6 weeks. I've been doing all my easy miles in this. It's actually pretty good for some speed sessions as well. Not too fast. For a stability shoe, it's pretty light, to be fair. It's probably the lightest stability shoe I've ever worn, and it looks pretty sick as well. But as you can see on my last video there, you can see these are broke. You know, I've rode to Saucony, hopefully to try and get a replacement pair. So we'll let you know how that gets on. But yeah, I'm probably going to just replace them with the same shoe. I think these are an exceptional shoe. As a stability shoe runner, I just think these are absolutely excellent for those easy miles, even the long runs, a little bit of speed. Just a fantastic shoe. Well, almost. So these are the Asics GT 4000. I've had a couple of pairs of these in my time, but These got me through my last training block for the Paris Marathon. A very good shoe. They've lost a bit of their bounce, which is a bit annoying, but they're not as comfy as they were, or maybe I'm just comparing them to the Saucony, but very good shoe. Stability, you know what, Asics, durability, quality shoes, always going to be quality. It's a bit heavier than the Saucony, so I don't tend to wear these too often. Maybe for a recovery run, light, easy runs, nothing more than 15k I wouldn't wear them for anymore. I just think the last training block took a bit of life out of them. Still, excellent shoe that I like. In terms of look, these are probably my favourite. I like to wear orange vests and t-shirts with these. I think they're pretty cool. These are the Vongos V5 from New Balance, fresh foam. Just a very good shoe. Stability again, very comfortable. Pretty chunky, pretty heavy, but they're good. For a stability shoe, they're very good. And they just look really cool. I think that's what made me buy them. I wore a pair of Vongos when I ran the New York Marathon. And they were, yeah, really reliable shoe. And I've always had problems with my arch collapsing, so Vongo's absolutely great shoe for that. And for those days I have a little bit of speed, a speed session, I don't mind wearing a neutral shoe, as long as I don't do it too often. So the ones I go for is the Puma Deviate. It's got a carbon plate in it. It's not the best carbon plate. You can't feel it as much as the super shoes. A nice shoe, pretty comfortable, pretty light. You can see the carbon plate there. Yeah, pretty good shoe, bit of speed, but it's not a super shoe. I wouldn't race in this. I'd only wear it for tempos and interval sessions in training. It's just nice to mix things up, and I like the colorway, to be honest. Put that on with a nice luminous vest, you're laughing, or you can wear it all black. Yeah, big fan of these. The first Puma I think I've ever worn. Yeah, pretty decent. So I have a couple of racing shoes, my carbon plate. So these are the ones I picked up online in the sales for about £100, I think it was. I got a really good deal on these. The Vapourfly 2. I really like the colorway. I don't know what it is with these shoes, but I always get blisters. Like my blood blister today from my long run was from these shoes. They're just not as comfortable as some other shoes. It's a racing shoe. Today I just wanted to get a bit of speed in there, so I wore them. They're just not as good as other super shoes I've worn. A lot of people prefer Alphaflys or Vapourflys, and I'm certainly an Alphaflys guy, which will bring me on to my next shoe. These, just for me, just a bit too tight. I don't know what it is. They're still comfy. You can feel the bounce, but for me, I just prefer my Alphaflys. These are my beautiful Alphaflys. I think they've seen better days. I do not wear them much. I only wear them for races. So they've still got a bit of life in them. I've probably had them for a couple of years now. Just a really comfortable shoe. I've got my 10k PB in these, my 34-minute 10k in these. So, you know, just for that alone, it was worth the price tag. I know there's new versions out, but I haven't got around to justifying it yet. I might try a different super shoe like the Asics one, or even the Saucony. But these were my first super shoe, and they were a gift on my 30th birthday from my partner Alexia, and I just loved them. I kept them in their box in pristine condition until race day. I kept them for like 6 months without being used, and she was saying, "Oh, you don't like the shoes I got you?" I was like, "That's the opposite. I love the shoes you got me. It's just I don't want to waste them and spend 200 or 250 quid when she bought them originally, just running down locally. It's just running down Lake Buzzard isn't as fun as running a race. The Paris Marathon, I ran these in recently in 309. So yeah, just absolutely love these shoes. And that's it for my shoe collection. Let me know what's in your shoe rotation, if you use any of what I've got, and if you have the Saucony Guide 16s and you had a similar experience, or would you recommend go for the slightly cheaper option of the 15s. I know they're pretty good too, and they're probably about 60 quid cheaper. So yeah, maybe I'd recommend them actually. So next week is the St. Albans 10K. Let me know if you're doing it below. It's where I got my 34-minute 10K, as I mentioned again and again, but something I'm really proud of. So yeah, I'm just can't wait to be back in that environment, the race environment again, and just do the course that I really enjoy. It's quite a nice route through Albany Way, so really looking forward to that. My brother's actually signed up, who was my support vehicle on my long run, so he'll be running it. I'm not sure what time he's going for. To be honest, I don't even know what time I'm going for. I'm just gonna go as hard as I can, or maybe Lloyd, my coach, can let me know a rough time to roughly aim for. But again, it depends on the weather on the day, because you know what the UK is like. So yeah, let me know if you're doing it below. I'd love to see some of you there. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below, and let me know if you have any of the shoes in my shoe rotation, or if you recommend any sort of stability shoe. I'd really appreciate that, and I know a lot of stability shoe runners need some faster shoes, so let me know if you have any recommendations on that. And once again, thank you all. Have a great day.